And these are some things that everyone's going to want to achieve before they're 50. What's up everyone, David here with Free to Be, and thank you for joining me for this video. Now today I want to talk to you guys about some milestones that you should look to make sure you achieve by the time you hit 50 years of age. Now, not all of these might be important to you, but I do think all of them are important, so make sure you watch this entire video. Now as always, before I get started, if you are new to my channel, I cover financial literacy here in an effort to track my progress to financial independence, and hopefully by doing that, I'm creating valuable content that you can use in your journey to financial independence as well. So if you are new to the channel or haven't done so already, please take a moment and just click the subscribe button down below. It's a completely free action to take, and it really does help support the channel. And if you're not new and coming back, and if you're not new and joining me again, thanks for coming back. All right, so if you're watching this video, you're probably like me. You're looking for ways to improve your financial health, work towards financial independence so that you can retire and enjoy your life. But unfortunately, that doesn't necessarily mean that that happens overnight. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you put in certain goals and achieve certain milestones before reaching the age of 50 so that you can live comfortably in your retirement years. And again, it's not like you have to do each and every single one of these, but these are pretty important. So make sure that you at least can check off a few of these by the time you hit 50. So the first thing you're going to want to do is set up a retirement plan. You're going to want to figure out exactly how much money you want to save up by the time you are done working full time. And once you have that plan, it's a matter of working towards that goal. So if that means investing more, saving more, contributing to workplace retirement programs that match your contributions, you're going to want to do all of that. Once you have the goal, once you have an age, and once you have a number, you're going to work towards getting to that goal. And usually you should be looking to hit that goal and hit those numbers right around 45 to 50 so that that money can then continue growing until you're ready to retire. But you need to have a plan early, because the earlier you save, the better off you're going to be. You cannot wait until you're in your mid 40s or your prime earning years and then decide, okay, now it's time to have a retirement plan. Unfortunately, that doesn't usually equate to success. So make sure you're planning early, and that way you can actually achieve some of those goals you put in place. Now, the next thing you're going to want to try to do by the time you hit 50, and again, it's not necessarily something that we're all going to be able to do, but it's something you should strive towards, is to pay off your mortgage. If you can get to 50 years of age and have no mortgage, then let's say, for example, you decide to work another 5 years before you consider retirement. Let's say you want to work till 57 or 55, or let's say even 60. That basically gives you 5 to 10 years of earning years, of prime earning years. You'll probably be earning as much as you ever will in your entire career during that time. It gives you that income to basically allocate to almost anything else. Put it aside so that when you do retire, you'll be good to go, but you don't have to pay down a mortgage. During that period of time, all your money really is yourself. If you don't have any other big looming debt hanging in the back, you're good to go. You can basically save almost all of your money each and every month. So if you get to like 40 and 45 and you still have so if you start getting up there in your 40s and you realize that you still do have a decent amount of mortgage outstanding, maybe that's the time you refinance and consider maybe a 10-year or 15-year loan so that you can quickly get rid of that mortgage and be better off in the later part of your life when you're ready to retire. Now, the next milestone you're going to want to achieve before you hit the age of 50 is to make sure your credit score is as good as it can be. This is particularly important just in case you run into any kind of snags in retirement or as you get up in age and need to take out or borrow some money. You can make sure with an excellent credit score that will be a super low interest loan. Otherwise, it'll really be digging into your retirement account. So let's say you hit 55 and you're ready to retire and you have a really good credit score. Now let's say some emergency comes up and you need to borrow $100,000 for whatever reason it may be. You'll be way better off if you get like a 1% interest rate as opposed to a 10% interest rate, because ultimately what that interest rate is going to end up doing is just eating into your retirement savings. So make sure that your credit score is as good as it can be. Now, there's no reason to wait till you're 50 to do this either. The younger you are and the better your credit score is early on, the better off you'll be in the long term. Because again, when it comes to making big purchases like cars and houses, or even helping your kids get through college, if you have to co-sign any kind of loans, the higher credit score gets the lower interest rate, and that is key when it comes to borrowing money. Now, the next thing to consider before you hit the age of 50 is deciding on where and how you want to retire. Are you planning on selling everything you have and moving to a new country? Do you plan on moving to a different state or somewhere else that maybe has a lower cost of living? Kind of work all those details out to figure out what you need to plan for. If you do plan on selling your home and it is paid off before you're ready to go, that's additional retirement income that you'll have to either buy, a less expensive home where the cost of living is lower, or in a different country. So you can factor that in as well into your overall plan, but you need to know kind of where you want to go. You can't just decide when you're ready to retire that you want to move to Manhattan and you've been living in Key West your whole life. That might not be the best plan, and you'll definitely run through your money way faster if you do something like that. Likewise, if you are living in a city like San Francisco or New York and you want to move to a place like Florida, or you want to move to a country like Belize, you can plan for that as well, and your primary residence or whatever you end up selling in terms of the home that you own there will fund a lot of that retirement too. So just make sure you have that plan and that focus so that you're working towards an achievable goal. But it's something you should be considering before you hit the age of 50. And finally, the last thing to kind of think about before you hit 50, kind of a milestone to think about, is going to be any expenses that may come up in your retirement or as you get closer to retirement. So that might be funding, college tuition for your kids, paying for their weddings, helping them in any kind of way. Maybe that you might run into some kind of health issues. Maybe you're planning for that as well. But the fact is, those are all going to be things that are going to be expensive when it comes to retirement, because you're going to be living on a fixed income. So while you are earning an income and generating an income, it's really important to think about those things and take those into consideration so they don't catch you off guard down the road. Now, again, the bottom line here is, when planning for retirement, when planning on how to set up milestones for yourself financially so that they don't catch you off guard, the key is obvious. It's to have a plan. So whatever circumstances work for you and whatever age you want to retire, the key is to map it out and plan it the best you can so that you are prepared financially for that situation. And that's it, guys. It's as easy as that. You just have to plan. You just have to think it through. I say 50 because generally that's when people look to have a little bit more flexibility in their finances, but maybe it's 40 for you, maybe it's 60 for you, maybe it's 70, who knows what the year is. The 50 is more like an arbitrary guideline of, helping folks get a visualization of where they want to be at a certain age. So it's really just important to plan on whatever you want to do and whatever your ambitions are. All right, guys, well, that's all I had for this video. If you think of some other tips or some other milestones that people should consider for their retirement, let us know in the comments down below. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel or haven't done so already, please take a moment and just click the subscribe button down below. Again, completely free action to take, and it really does help support the channel, and we'll see you next time.